Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Vintage Story 1.18.5 Cooperative Play with the one and only Lady Ereketh.
Hello.
I am making my way back down. Today we're gonna finish sorting out some things, and we're going to see what Ereketh has done with the castle. I mostly ran around and stuck arrows and things and explored, and she has done a tremendous amount of work on the castle. I just got back from a journey 16,000 blocks south to hunt down 4 amaranth seeds for her. That is love.
It is love. True.
In fact, I've got to set my my view setting back up to the normal size because I had turned it down just to make traveling easier. There we go. Now I can see our cliffs in the distance and stuff. So first thing is we have added in, of course, large double doors from the medieval expansion mod. The Lady Ereketh has put in a lovely pond. I just arrived back with these super duper water lilies, and she's planted some cattails in and around it, which is looking gorgeous. She replaced the majority of the sand with soil, but it has not grown any grass, which we are kind of surprised by. This one is green, but I think that's forest floor, right? Or is that no? That okay? That's yeah. Okay, I remember. So over here we have first of all my smithy, which I've kept relatively simple. And Lady Ereketh has installed a garden out in this area. She doesn't have steps up like I do in my single player, but she has put in doors in strategic places. Man, the wild dogs are just carrying on out there. On the other side here, currently she has storage with a bunch of crates. I found, so there was a teleporter, and I used that. I fixed the teleporter that was in the ruins right next door. I teleported. I was able to find copper and cassiterite and even hematite. And then I worked my way up to the surface, and I overlanded it back home to see what I would discover along the way. And I came across a ruins that was it was like a ruined church. And it was just full of the leaded windows. And so Ereketh has windowed the living heck out of the place. It's so nice and sunny now. All the way along the side passage here. You can see out into the courtyard with all the beautiful flowers. She's going to have her barrels all set up here for tanning and that kind of stuff and pickling and things like that. She has turned this over here into storage and kitchen. Oh, yes. While I was gone, she bought one of the music players. Except I think I have my game music turned off, so I'm probably not going to hear anything.
Do you not hear it now?
No.
It's playing now.
Yeah, I've got my music at 0.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
What's interesting is I've taken it off the player and it's still playing.
Oh no, it always turns, but the music doesn't play. Like the music's done. There's no more music.
I took it off and put it back on, but it's not doing anything. Don't we have like 3 of these cylinders?
Yeah, we have 4, but we have 3 copies of the same one.
Oh.
Hold on a minute. So, right click. You don't hear it?
No, I don't hear it.
It's really cool. You should turn your music on.
My music is on and turned all the way up. Yeah, music level all the way up. And it's the correct speakers. Huh. I don't know. I may have to. I mean, I had music for a moment, but it was like this.
Oh, you're gone.
Yeah. I figured I'd come out and come back in again to see if that sorts it out. Because I had like this very airy ambient music that was playing, and I think it was actually the in-game music as opposed to the music from the archive player. Because you're describing this like peppy, happy tavern music or something, and I'm getting like ambient pads, you know? And I'd really like to hear it because I've never, ever, ever put a cylinder on one of these machines.
Really?
Yeah, it's just I've never bothered to hunt one down. And like the one time I found one, it was at a trader's and I didn't have anything to put on it.
No.
Yeah, nothing. Where's the other cylinder?
I can't believe you can't hear it. Maybe your volume's down too far.
No, the handle starts to crack. I hear the crackly sound of like a record player needle being put on the start of a record, and then there's just nothing.
Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry.
There we go. Oh, it is like, yes, there you go. That's vintage story music.
It's very happy. I like the other one though.
Well, I'm going to try it again. But yes, that is very pleasant.
Yes.
Yeah, and this one just is not playing for me. Huh. I wonder if I have to like completely exit the game and come back in or something. We have other copies of this cylinder, or are they all copies of the red?
All copies of the happy one.
The one that's on there now?
No.
Oh. Well, doggone it. I wanted to hear that.
Yeah, that's the one I like a lot.
Because, yeah, the other one plays, but for some reason this one doesn't. All right. And so then down here is Ereketh's storage that she created. Lots and lots of it. To preserve our food through the winter.
Now I'm cleaning up outside a little. Oh, that's a hole. Yikes. Nobody needs to fall down there. Probably.
Yeah, that's too bad that one...
Yeah, and when you play it, I can hear it. I don't know why you can't.
I don't know.
Right. Collecting the stone path blocks from out here. One of the things that we're going to go do is we are going to go harvest the beautiful green blocks from that ruin.
Yes.
That we found.
So what happened is I had a crap load of footage. We sat down, we played for hours and hours, and I went back to do the first video from that particular play session, only to discover that because I'd had Windows Update, it changed the default sound device for my computer, and my recording software was set to default sound device. And since it was going to the wrong device, there was no sound being recorded, because my regular sound, of course, is set specifically to my headphones so that it uses its mixer and stuff. And so unfortunately, we had like 7 hours of footage that had no sound, no game sound, and no Ereketh, no me. And so here we are. That's why we're jumping back in at such a late date. And excuse me.
And with a whole bunch of stuff done, and some of our viewers are probably going to be like, "What? How did they get all that happen?"
I found a dungeon. I went up the coast to seek out what was up there, and I found a third village. And near that, I went looking for stuff, and I found a third village. And right near that village, I found a ruins, or I'm sorry, a dungeon. But now,
a bunch of really scary stuff.
For goodness sake, what is going on with the vintage story? There we go. Oh, it's just my music is back on, and now it's blowing my ears out. All right.
Oh, scary white dog. White dog.
That's a rabbit.
No.
I know.
To your right.
Yes, I know. I'm being a smart aleck.
That's not a rabbit. That's
Sorry, dog.
Rabbit.
Yeah, we have been overrun with feral dogs. Absolutely overrun.
Indeed we have.
But...
And we have a mission. Let us not forget what our new mission is.
We have a mission?
We do.
I always wanted a mission. What is our mission?
Our new mission is to get ready for... we need to start getting together the materials so that we can do fabric.
Oh, yes. I need to create a grinder. Wow. So I did not know it, but there's a hole in this tree right here, and I am busily pulling things out of it, and it seems practically unending. So far, I have pulled out a rye seed, a walnut seed, a spelt seed, a copper wrench, a sunflower seed, and there's still at least one more thing in there. I cleared the brush away so I could take care of the doggies, and there it was. So what was that?
It was a maple seed.
Nice. But yes, you had been asking for a wrench.
Ah.
That was in the tree.
Ta-da!
So apparently we have squirrels who really like wrenches. Hello, little spider. So, but it was a lot of things that happened. I traveled northeast up the coast where I found a third village. And there I found ruins, and in the center of the ruins I found a ladder going down into a dungeon. I traveled 16,000 blocks south to hunt down amaranth for Ereketh because she absolutely wanted amaranth. I was hoping to find bamboo because amaranth and bamboo grow in similar ecological circumstances. And I did not find the bamboo. I did find the amaranth, though. That took a really long time. In fact, if I open up my map, I can show you guys here. Here we are here at rightmost number is -30. And this is the path I traveled going down. And because of the speed that this kickboard functions at, I eventually turned down my render distance just so that I could have less trouble. But all the way down here, that is... Okay, I thought it was 16,000. It was 26,000. 26,653 blocks, day after day, going south. And finally found amaranth right about there. And continued south just a little bit farther. And when I hit big water, and over here I ended up having basically the exact same terrain as I had already left. I decided to get over it. And I turned around and traveled all the way back. But Ereketh has amaranth. That is the important part. I feel truly accomplished.
The
Epic
Amaranth.
journey to gather amaranth.
Dynasty.
Mm-hmm. And in the dungeon, we found the awesome kitty mask that she's wearing.
Yes.
And the blue shirt that she's wearing. But, okay. So, anyway, continuing with our tour. Up here, she has set up the start of our chambers, where we shall eventually call home. We're going to come down here, and she has set up a whole nother series of garden plots by settling them into the roof of this over here. So she has the small garden over there and the large garden over here. She topped this all off and crenellated it. It's very nice. We can get up there and taunt our enemies. And then
That's what everybody wants to do, is taunt our enemies.
Yes. And then up here, we kind of cleaned this up, and we fixed the roof, which actually had an empty space in between it and the area above. So now we've got the barracks up here. And the room down here. I know you're jealous because traveling merchants are coming through. There's something from one of the mods called a welcome mat, which we can put down with a chest and a bed. So there's the welcome mat, and there's a bed. And in the chest, we put a little food, And as a result, we get wandering traders who show up every few days. They hang out for about a day, so you can trade with them and have a constant, interesting supply of goods.
Music box.
Yep. And they leave a couple of gears in exchange for the food that they eat, which means a passive income. So we've got, what, like 68 gears now or something?
80.
80? Wow.
Well, I sit around and pan stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm panning stuff, sometimes I come up with gears, but I have been, because you brought me bony soil, panning gems. And so when I get a good trader, like a luxury trader that comes by, I sell him my gemstone.
Yes, yes. And
so, yeah.
I've been working away at a stack of tin bars now because of the fact that I was able to locate big deposits because of that teleporter, whatever. The dungeon that I found had absolute crap loads of the metal torch holders, so we're really nicely lit up with that. I've been creating fiber from linen fiber, and using the screen to turn that into parchment, and then turning that parchment into paper lanterns, which are much brighter than other light sources. And because they're square blocks, it means they can be stuck in a ceiling, and they light not only the room below, but the room above. Tons of berries that she has planted and growing in here, so she's got a tremendous amount done. I'm just sorry that you guys couldn't join us for that journey because of Windows Update. We hate you, Windows Update.
Yeah, Windows Update.
And then up top here, she also made a round chamber, and here you can see an example of the paper lantern in the floor like that. So it's lighting below and above. Lots of wonderful windows. And our other merchant here. Oh, you built a fireplace in there.
Well, I finished out the fireplace in there because I thought that he deserved it. Plus, we knocked out all those blocks from the fireplace below. So I thought that he deserved one. Shall we sleep?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be responsible here in a few minutes. Uh-oh.
I should still have beef. Yeah, I've got some bush meat jerky, so when I wake up, I can stop the evil noise.
Are you dying while you're asleep?
I'm not dying, but I'm certainly taking damage.
Well, that's horrible. There's food downstairs, right?
Yeah, it's just I literally only just got back from my journey.
Yeah.
And
there's one more thing you didn't show them.
What's that?
I have prepared the plots for the trees.
Oh yes, she is going to be planting trees along this up here.
This is for all of these, and I've done it on both sides actually. We didn't walk all the way over here, so you come over here with me. I didn't do any on this side because I thought that was maybe too small, but over here I have a couple of spots. And I thought, what a great opportunity to grow some fruit trees up here.
Yeah, if we can come up with the saplings and they take, it would be very cool to have like apple trees or pear trees or something.
Yep. So
I found fruit trees on my journey, but I was so far away they'd have withered up and died before I ever made it home.
So my big tasks, I'm gonna continue on with our farm. because I'm moving the seeds
Mm-hmm.
from the one side to the other. And then, of course, we're going to have, we are going to end up with moving the sheep inside. But I'm just waiting to do the harvest before we move the sheep inside.
Yeah,
That's why I've got the
inside
giant fences set up.
inside the room where you currently have the small garden, right? That's where you're
That's
moving the sheep,
correct.
right?
Yep. I'm
Right. So
moving
back over here.
them.
So this will
They're
actually
gonna come live in here, yeah.
right.
So I've just got to have, everything's like 11 of 12 and 7 of 8 and 8 of
Yeah.
9. So we're getting close, and then I'm going to replace the dirt down there, and we'll try to get them to come in the backside. And I'm actually set up here for 2 different runs. We could do sheep, we could do pigs.
Do we have pigs locally?
I have not seen any pigs locally. Have you?
No, the first pig I saw was like 5,000 blocks south.
Well,
In fact, it was such a surprise that I'm pretty sure I set a marker.
Well, we have sheep. So I've got the run set up out there. We just have to get them through, and then I can finish the moat.
Yep.
But yeah, we've got the farm going here.
Yeah, right there, piggies. About 1,500 blocks west and about 215 blocks south. Now the thing is we do have some cages available from our mods, and if I can find piglets and little sheeplets, I could catch them in the cages and bring them home.
Okay. Well, I'm just waiting for the grass to grow out there. I don't know if grass is going to grow from those grass blocks that I started, so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think what you may have to do is you may have to actually till a patch of that so that there's tilled soil next to untilled soil, and see if maybe that starts it. Because I noticed in your farm that you had grass that started growing there.
Yeah, that's not actually what I'm talking about. But that's okay.
Yeah, well, I see you've got the 2 green blocks down.
Right, so I made what's called creative grass.
Right.
But I think that's probably a creative block, and I'm not sure if anything will actually grow on that.
Well, with as long as I was gone doing this journey, if it was going to grow grass, it would have grown grass by now.
Yeah.
Have you tried fertilizing a block?
No, I have not.
Because I'm sure it's because we're in this arid climate, but still, I mean, it's so infamously easy to grow grass that you do a grass floor or a dirt floor or a dirt roof in a temperate zone, and you're living on a lawn, So,
yeah. Well, I would like some lawn, so I might have to do something about it.
So I don't remember there being a method to plant grass.
No, I do not remember that. So I'll probably just have to look into it.
There could be a command. I don't know.
Yeah. Most likely what I'll have to do is actually replace these blocks with actual grassy soil blocks.
Is there such a thing? Because I mean, in Minecraft, you can silk pick, you can silk touch up a block
Nope.
of grass, but
Nope.
we don't have an equivalent of that here.
Nope. I would have to. The other thing that I was thinking about was building a line of soil from a grassy spot to a not grassy spot.
Yeah, do we
And
have?
trying to get the grass to grow that way. But I thought, by adding the grass,
Yeah,
adding the grassy blocks, I was treating it like sod,
yeah. So I mean, and it's weird because I mean we've got grass growing out here, and
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about.
yes, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying we are getting a little bit of grass growing in this gravel out here, but it doesn't seem to want to grow at all inside the walls. And I know there's like a layer of limestone underneath here that's, or other stone that's part of the build itself. In fact, when you dug your food cellar, the beginning of that entire thing was digging down and discovering that there was some green marble down there,
Yeah.
and wanting to harvest that green marble.
Yeah. So maybe because we've got layers of rock under here, I just don't know.
We have dirt stripes. Why do we have dirt stripes?
So I was laying out dirt to count my blocks because all of that is going to be dirt, but I'm out of dirt. So that's part of my moat plan there.
Yeah.
That is why we have dirt stripes.
Well, the fox and rabbit trap has caught a couple more foxes.
Oh, there's a giant dude. He's a really giant dude.
Is it one of the stone golems, you mean?
Probably. He's very large. Yes, he has red bumps on him.
Yeah, he must be a hematite one. But yes, so we're collecting fox hides for winter clothing. We should, in theory, have enough fox hides and enough wolf hides, wolf hides and sheep hides, basically, between the three of them, to make some wonderful winter clothes.
Getting rid of the dead bodies that are out here. Oh, there's a white one.
Dead white pharaoh.
No.
What are you talking about? There's a white one. What?
The big white guy.
Oh, okay.
There's a white guy with bumps on him, and then there's the darker guy with red bumps on him. I've never seen him before, and I'm not getting close because they're about 10 times my size.
Because you've got the game set to passive.
I know. Theoretically, it should be all fine. But
Yes. Unless you take a poke at them, you should be safe.
Well, I am on a quest for grass right now. I want to see where there's grass.
It's a fair walk to actual true grass blocks. I got a feeling.
There's a lot of native copper bits laying around on the ground. What are these over here? What is this? Quartz bits. Oh, we have quartz bits on the surface right over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So maybe there's a quartz mine under there for our glass needs.
Yep. And we had a bunch of sheep that kept wandering into these ruins that Ereketh was breaking out, so we whipped together a bunch of fence and got them trapped in here. So those are the sheep that we're eventually going to herd into along this path here and into there, or I'll punch one of them in the face and then run like hell, or we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think they're going to be hungry enough that we should be able to get them over there. Wow, I mean, I believe you. Aha, here it is. Found it. I found the grassy dirt. So now what we're going to need to do is build a bridge, I think, with a bunch of dirt blocks.
Yeah, it certainly could work. That's the way you do it in Minecraft.
Well,
You do a pass the dirt from grass to where you're trying to get your grass to, but
that's the only idea I've got right now. So
yeah,
unless you've got one that's better.
Yeah, I've never been particularly concerned with propagating grass because I've always had some spot where no matter what I do, I couldn't make the grass stop until I swore at it and used a scythe on it.
Well, I'm just trying to get the dirt covered. Because I'm not a big fan of just brown dirt with nothing on it. Oh, don't fall onto the raspberry bush. That's going to hurt. No falling on the raspberry bush. All right. So it's over near the raspberries. Gonna take a lot of dirt to make that happen. Oh, there is a giant hole. That's horrible. Oh, it's got bad guys in it too. You know about this giant hole?
Yes, we keep ending up with all the bandits down there.
We do?
Yeah, there's like an undercut portion in the red ruins, and then there's this big hole over here. And I've been a little nervous to try to deal with it because I know as soon as I dig out one block to try to go down, all of this sand is going to collapse in there.
Oh. Well, I have plenty of gravel.
But in these ruins, there's a undercut from where I dug out the bony soil for you, and we keep ending up with bandits and things in the undercut.
Oh.
We do intend to eventually, turn the animals back into fighting fettle, but for now it's just easier to keep them on passive so that we can work undisturbed.
Yeah, let me get walls and roofs right now. They can be aggressive later. So, meanwhile, it is time for us to log out because I have to work at 30 in the morning. And I'm sorry I have to go so soon.
Well, it's okay. We've gotten caught up with what's been going on and explained the break in the footage, and now we can get back to it. And I'm sure this weekend we will get an opportunity to spend some time. Last weekend, you had military service, and
yeah.
Captain, my captain.
Hey. All right. So whenever you're ready to go, I will shut it down so that we can log out. And
all right. So thank you for joining us. Sorry it was a catch-up episode, but I promise next time we will bring the mustard.